Well, let me piggyback on that, Bob. I feel kind of silly asking this question because of the history, tradition, and fan base of Tennessee. But, you made the point that this would be, loudest Richardson has. This would be the loudest in Neyland Stadium or the biggest game in Neyland Stadium since when?
Goodness. Oklahoma came in with Baker Mayfield. That was a huge game when Butch Jones was here. The Florida game every year is big, but this one seems to have a bigger feel to it. The Alabama game every year is big. So those games are always sold out. That's a good point. I mean, I guess probably this might be the biggest game since in terms of catapulting your program since Coach Fulmer was here. Because this is a game that, when Coach Fulmer was here, even though they didn't win all those games, you went into the game thinking you were going to win it. Well, Tennessee thinks it's going to win this game on Saturday. And it's been a while since Tennessee's gone into a game against Florida. I mean, Tennessee's lost 16 of the last 17 against Florida, which is hard to believe, and 5 in a row. But so you go into the game hoping you can win. But I think this Tennessee team really believes it's going to win. So that makes it a very big game.
High scoring, I saw the number over-under was 62. You anticipate a high-scoring game?
Well, I think Tennessee's going to score. The Heupel's offense, they average about 40 points a game. And so I think Florida, that's another key. Can Florida score 30 points? They might have to score 30 to win this game. Can they score that many points against Tennessee? And can Anthony Richardson put that many points on the board? I'm not sure. Dan, this has been an interesting series, too, because before 1992, when they had the split of divisions in the SEC, Tennessee and Florida hardly ever played. Those back in the days in the 70s when they only played 6 conference games and you very rarely saw Florida. Alabama was always the biggest rivalry. And then suddenly the division split, and now Tennessee's playing Florida every year, and Florida is the first SEC game on the schedule. And you got Steve Spurrier and Philip Fulmer going head-to-head. So people under 40 think that Florida is the biggest rivalry in Tennessee history, and people over 40 still know it's Alabama. So it's very interesting how this game fits in among Tennessee fans. But I think everybody will say now this game is very, very important for Tennessee and Josh Heupel. If you win it, that really gives you momentum. You got an open date next week, then you play at LSU, and then you got Georgia and Alabama following those. If you lose this game, then you got, Dan, it's always hard when you lose a game and you got an open date because you just sit there and beat yourself up and think about what should have happened, what could have happened. If you win this game, then you got 2 weeks to really build off it and get ready for LSU down in Baton Rouge. So, I don't think you can put really enough emphasis on how big this game is for Tennessee.